Hey Ronald, thanks so much for submitting a question. Ronald is asking, he says, I'm looking to get an agent that focuses on background work primarily. What do you suggest? Okay, so this is an interesting question. I think a lot of actors, they want to do as much background work as they can, especially when they're starting out, to kind of pay the bills, get more experience, meet people on set, and all of that. The general issue with finding an agent who specializes in background work is that there aren't really that many out there. Most agents, they specialize in speaking roles, but you can actually find background work fairly easily online. There's websites like Central Casting, even Backstage does a lot of that. So generally, there's not really a point to having an agent who can do the submissions when the actor can do it themselves. And so what I mean by that is there's a website, it's called Breakdown Services, and agents exclusively have access to that. And that's where most of the major network production roles are posted. The storyline is there and all kinds of proprietary information that agents have to sign off saying that they're not going to share any of this. And so that is why most of the time you won't find information about those roles on a publicly accessible website like Actors Access or somewhere where people don't need to sign off on something. And so essentially in the case of background roles, because pretty much all the background roles are already posted publicly, it's pretty hard for agents to find actors who want to pay a commission to get them to just submit, if that makes sense, for something that they could submit themselves and not have to pay commission on. So generally speaking, there's not really that many acting agents out there who specialize in background work. You could try Googling and look for some, but basically, you should focus on submitting yourself. Now, if you don't have time to submit yourself, then I would assume that you probably are earning enough money or have enough money that maybe you could hire someone who could post or respond to postings for you, or you could figure out some sort of system that can save you a lot of time so that you can continue responding to all of those background work roles. Now, you could also potentially reach out to a friend. You could ask if they would like to post for you in exchange for commission on anything that you book. So essentially, you'd be kind of creating an agent out of your friend. They won't be licensed, but it doesn't matter because if they're just looking on publicly available roles, then, they can submit you. Now, you want to probably speak to a lawyer if you have any concerns about the legality. I'm not a lawyer, so don't hold me accountable if that type of arrangement is not allowed. But, I think that it could be an option, especially if it's not for huge amounts of money or something. I'm attaching a couple of links, though, below that I think that you'll find helpful. One is on how to get more background acting work. So again, if you're looking for an agent because you're having trouble finding it, I think that article will help you a lot. Another article is on getting an agent, so how to get an agent, and that one goes into great depth on the process. Maybe it'll be helpful for you, but again, keeping in mind that most of those agents are not really going to be good for getting background work. Finally, I'm also attaching something on actor contracts. I know it's maybe not completely related, but you might want to just review it and take a look. It'll kind of give you some details about legal stuff and so that you better understand how these types of arrangements can work. All right. So I hope that answer helps. I know that it's not probably what you were looking for exactly of where to find an agent that does background work, because not really many do, but if you have further questions, you could reach out. Please make sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload more videos. And thank you so much for sending in a question.